Hi everybody, it is now 35 minutes into Labor Day. Last video I made was at 5 or 5:30, I can't remember. I'll post it. Anyway, excuse me. Got quite a ways today on the Ford Taurus. It's a 2001, not a 2000. I said that wrong. Let me show you some things we found and I'll go from there. Number one, the car was bought used from somebody we work with. This is the back bumper cover. This area here was all broken. It was busted up pretty bad. So I used a mixture somebody told me to try, and I tried it on some other urethane panels, and it's worked before. Fiero stuff. Same thing here. What they did is they broke it, and instead of fixing it right, it was all cracked up. So all they did was just started adding more paint, and every time it would crack more, she said they'd just add more paint to it. We got the front bumper off cover. It's about the same thing. This here had a pretty heavy stone chip dent. You can see I got filler on it now. I've ground it down to bare metal. This side over here had a dent down there. Went ahead and pounded it out the best I could. I got in behind it and pounded it out. A little hammer and dolly work here. Got that little bit there drying. I got a little bit of filler here drying. That was a pretty bad door ding there. Same thing back here. The roof was pretty good. The trunk lid's got a bunch of solvent pops on it, so it's getting sanded down almost completely. The hood, other than that stone chip, I'm just gonna probably 220 sand it down. Got a couple spots over here. It's real humid tonight, and there's a lot of dew, so I'm about done for the night. I had a big dent right here we filled, and a real big dent right here. This is the back passenger side door. It literally looked like somebody took a hammer to it. But I got in there the best I could. There's a body brace right here, and there's another one right here. But I got in between them best I could with my dolly and tapped it out, kind of similar to what I showed you guys on the fender for the 33 Auburn. Oh, and I need to tell you about that too. Same thing here, door ding. What else? Told you about the pops on the trunk lid. The trunk area here needs done. I got from whatever they backed into there. Got into the paint. Didn't dent it at all, but we took off the lettering. I'm trying to get to where you guys can see. I don't have the best light back here, but took the lettering off and the dealer tag and all that good stuff. I don't know if you guys can see any of these pops or not. Yeah, you can see them barely. There's one. There's one. It's real similar to what, there you go, you can see them real good right there. It's really similar looking to the stuff that Tommy Shoe had on his S10. But I know the hood's been repainted on this, but I don't know about any of the rest of it, so I really don't know what to do there. I'm going to get everything masked off, sand it down, wash it real well, dry it, make sure I get all the water out of all the funny little places. And here's the front bumper cover. Got a few spots with that secret mix I got from Mr. Fiero Man. This back bumper, I'll tell you right now, okay. I don't know if you guys can pick it up here or not. Yep, you can. There's a hole here, and there's a hole here. I think somebody backed into another car. Let me show you why. Let me see if I got one. Let me see here. Oh yeah, okay. Look at that. Whoops, sorry. Those holes line up perfect. So I know that's exactly what they did. Yeah, you can see that, just perfect. That's funny. Why have I got old license plates laying around? Everybody's got old license plates laying around. You know, we get them on cars that are getting junked, or people are turning them into race cars, whatever. They say, just go ahead and keep that. Okay. Use it for patch material somewhere. The 1933 Auburn Salon Phaeton 4-door convertible that I did the fenders on. I took the fenders back to Mr. Vinny. I showed you his car, his convertible, his 35, I think it was, Auburn at the parade. Beautiful car. I love that car. It's just the engineering and the work that went into them way back then, unbelievable. The precision and the detail, it's amazing, you know. But those fenders, I took them back to him. I knew he'd be in town this weekend because Auburn, you guys will see the videos of the parade. Auburn Labor Day. Anybody Auburn Cord Duesenberg fan of any kind is here because they have the world's largest collector car auction. Labor Day weekend, Auburn, Indiana. So I took it back to Vinny. I opened the back doors of the Suburban. His eyes, big as saucers. He said, "Are those the same fenders?" I said, "Yeah, they are." And he starts rubbing them and he says, "Oh, they're beautiful. They're beautiful." Guys, he was happy. The kicker was, the gentlemen were there with another car wanting to buy that particular car from him. Now, I learned something else that day sitting right there talking to these gentlemen. Number one, I'd never done anything to that magnitude before. Didn't realize what I was getting into. I'm used to doing stuff like this. You know, something you can pick up for a couple $1,000s and get in and drive it to work. Guys, they made 220 of those 33 Auburn Salon Phaeton, the 4-door convertible, the 8. Okay, they made some that were the 12, but the 8. They made 220 of them, and I got to work on parts for one. I love it. I like it, and they were happy with them. We had a professional guy who runs a shop, and he said he wouldn't even touch them. Didn't want to touch them. He wanted to put fiberglass on them. He saw them today or yesterday when I took them back. He was amazed. He didn't think they were the same fenders. He thought that I went and bought them somewhere else. Until I showed him the videos. Speaks, people. This video, these videos of this car here, these are, you know, yeah, okay. I'm doing this for a friend of mine. I did some work on an El Camino for him a couple years ago. He's the one that bought my blue Fiero. He's a good friend of mine. Matter of fact, he bought me some new paint guns to use to try on this because I've been using those little, cheap little, everybody knows the Central Pneumatic, where they come from. Well, he got me a different set. We're going to get into that later. And we'll find out what's going on. I'd have been a lot farther today, guys, but we had some fire runs. Had a real bad accident, and we couldn't even find the occupants of the vehicle. So, we'll get it, guys, girls. More to come. Tomorrow's another day I don't have to work. Have a good one. Everybody be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.